uniform said that 3 eyewitnesses saw a girl matching Keely's description heading towards the supermarket.
Yes, but they all saw her when she was on her own. Now, if they said in the morning before she reported missing, I'd say yes, go follow it up. But these were all reported after she was reported missing.
Maybe the kidnapper sent her up for some milk. Even the kidnapper's got to eat.
That would be funny, except Eddie's been gathering the family's spending over the last few days. Most of it's from Co-op.
Oh, look, Keely's mum spent £4 in the car park the day after. That price is criminal.
Why are we sitting around here chatting about it when we know did it? Stepfather. He's got previous for domestic abuse. The mum was annoyed at him, and he's been missing himself the last few days.
There's nothing to connect him to the day's events, and the domestic abuse claims were dropped. He's been the victim of hate crime since he named Travis Reed in the post office raid last year.
He grassed up Travis Reed? Wow. Balls of steel or what? What was his alibi for the day of Keely's disappearance?
He didn't have one.
You just don't like him because you have beef.
All right, shut up.
Hey, don't talk to her like that.
Sarge?
Not now, Dee. Actually, yes, now, but coffee, black.
No, sorry, Sarge, but the super's here. She's coming to your briefing.
Oh, fuck, right. Everyone look productive.
Morning all. As I'm sure you're aware, this is David Fox, Keely's stepfather. He's been extremely cooperative with the investigation and is now the link with the family on this.
What about Keely's mother?
I wish she were here, but unfortunately this has proved too much for her. I don't need to remind you about the killing last year of Ali Leaks. Brutal murder, and it's still unsolved. And there are similarities here in terms of the target. We might need to go over some evidence, and I think that will prove too much for Keely's mum. But David, on the other hand, although not that happy about thinking the dangerous, is prepared to do that for Keely's sake.
Well, every brain cell counts in a case like this. I'm sure Mr. Fox, with his knowledge of the estate and its quirks, and of course his connection to the family, would be most useful. Unlike some of the farm animals in shirts and ties I seem to have collected. Get your feet off the table.
Who was it who reported Keely missing? Your wife?
Actually, it was Officer D here who took the call.
From her mum, around 4 p.m, long before she's usually home from school.
I know it must be stressful for you, trying to be productive while worrying sick about Keely. How's her mum holding up?
I mean, we're fine. Well, fine's a bit of an understatement. I'm fine. I'm good. I'm all right, but it's been tough on her. Same shit day in, day out. It's been hard. It's been hard to watch, but her dad's been over from Wales for about a week, and he's taken her back just to get some time away, get some peace, and get away from the news reports. Mother of the Year there. What's Keely going to do if she comes home and her mum's not waiting for her? Well, I'll be fucking here, won't I? Smart ass. Once I know why you've actually got me here.
I don't know what sort of an upbringing you had, detective, but I don't suppose that you, a childless bachelor, have the faintest idea what a parent goes through when fearing for her children. There's nothing in this world more terrifying than if something were to happen to one of their children.
Right, well, thanks, Mum. Dee, will you kindly show the team what I had you gather for them?
Since Travis Reed went down for several years, Mickey White seems to be the main man on the estate. He was tight with Travis, so if this is a revenge kidnapping, Travis would be #1 suspect.
But surely the point would be that Mr. Fox and Keely's mum know why it's happened, if it's part of their revenge campaign. So why no note or even ransom?
Maybe there was one. Maybe he's got more information he's been pressured not to give us. Or maybe she is being held at ransom until he does them a favour. Maybe gives them a bit of police intel.
He's got a point.
With manpower and enough warrants, we could do a raid and search them all, fast.
Yeah, but if she's been moved to somewhere else, then he'll be alerted to it. She's in danger now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but now we have locations worth observing, and it's easy enough to put surveillance on White, at the very least.
Yeah. Of course, it would have been a lot easier if the press hadn't been alerted beforehand.
Okay, I can take the blame for that. But rumours were spreading and they were getting dangerous, so they had to be stopped.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. Thank you. Because at least somebody's actually fucking doing something and looking for her.
There's 4 of us in here should be doing the same. And I still don't have my coffee. Dee?
And I've got to go. Speaking of the press, I've got to speak to the local radio station in about 20 minutes. I want to reassure the community that our efforts have increased.
What an excellent use of resources.
Actually, it's vital. Trust in the police is at an all-time low in the community, especially as the investigation team includes such a mixed bag of career records.
Community? That cesspit out there. This estate has no respect for community. Doris Birch was murdered while she was hanging out at Washing, and this sleaze. He dobbed Peter and got him killed.
Jesus, you're unreal.
Says the police officer with the worst track record with kids.
How you can claim to be out there trying to do good when you have zero compassion? I might not be perfect, but damn it, I won't give up on Keely, her mum, or the people in the community. They need us. Yeah, there's evil and cruelty out there. They need us to protect them from it. Keely's mum has been attacked twice since David helped us. Keely's been punched by a kid in school, one of Mickey White's kids, because her dad's a grass.
Serves him right.
What, for helping the police? No wonder he gave up a little info when the time came.
You're right, the city's a shithole. It's dog eat dog, every man for himself, survival of the fittest. And when I grasped on Travis, it really got shit. Really shit. Why you thought it was acceptable to tell him it was me that grasped on him fucking blows my mind. Thanks for painting a target on my back, guys. I thought I could get a little safety and security for my family. And what did you do? Nothing. You just left me out to fucking dry. You sold out an undercover cop.
Can you blame him when those who are meant to protect him are like you?
Eddie, back off. You're making a fool of yourself and you give me a headache. And Baines, stop being so dramatic. I'll be needing an aspirin with my coffee now.
Okay, this was a mistake assembling this unit, Jerry. I'm sorry, Mr. Fox. We'll let you get home in case Keely shows up there. Oh, would you like an officer to drop you home?
No, I'm alright. I'd rather walk, thanks.
Jesus, that's it. What if all those eyewitnesses who saw a girl that looked like Keely actually saw Keely?
But that was after she went missing.
No. It was after she was reported missing. You're the perfect scapegoat. Too perfect. You got a criminal record. You got a record of domestic abuse. It wouldn't be hard to make an accusation stick on you. I bet your missus has had enough of all the trouble and all the abuse. So she saw a way to get rid of you. And she found the perfect way. Framing you up for kidnapping your own stepdaughter.
And once inside, along with a few friends of people you snitched on, you'd probably find yourself at the end of a shank.
Does he need a lift home, Mum?
Well, yes, he doesn't have a car, so yes, well deduced.
So, who paid to park in the high street?
Grandad.
Yeah. On a visit all week, was he? His plan was perfect. A plan to take Keely on a little holiday and make her go missing. But Mum calls it too early. So Grandad hasn't yet picked her up. Someone forgot that she has choir practice on Thursdays. So, she's there on the high street and needs to be picked up. She's not scared to get in Grandad's car, but she's seen on her way home. And so it all gets too heated for her. They need to get out of town fast. I bet we will find Keely, her mother and her grandfather in a little cottage in West Wales. It's not on the news up there. So none of the locals will recognise her.
Christ, Charlie, you're a smart bastard. You know that. Let's go and get him.
If you're sure, Jerry, it's a risk if we can't make it stick.
We can make it stick, Mum. The evidence is clear. Charlie's right. This isn't only our chance to catch the guys behind it. It's a chance to put an end to it.
Let me have this one, Mum. I owe him that much. For Pete.
Right, let's go. Eddie and Baines, get to the storage units and wait for us. Charlie and me are going to kick the rock and see what comes crawling out. I'll drive, though. You're smart, but you drive slower than my gran, and she's dead.
Hope you're right about this.
Sarge, I was hoping you'd let me join you on this one. I mean, after all, it was my surveillance that helped. I've been as much part of this investigation than any of the team, even if I haven't been in the bullpen myself. You said you wanted some fresh eyes on it all.
You may be too fresh to go romping onto the estate in a raid.
Only way I'll learn is if you let me try. Sarge.
Okay, she's yours if you want her.
Fine, but get changed. It could get rough. And you want to get into something comfy for a dust-up.
Absolutely, Sarge.